Welcome, everybody. This is an awesome group this morning. Thanks for coming. I'm Melanie Ake with Everyday Leaders and Katie Stallhut here with the Stage 1 Dance. It's her place. We are so excited to have you. And Joe Ake Studios, thank you for recording all of this. So I thought we would do something a little bit different today before we hit the coffee sponsor, which is Angela Blanc. Thank you. And Jill Howell's our speaker. I've seen a lot of these groups that it's really fun for each person to introduce themselves so that everybody can kind of say, oh, you were here too. So as we come one by one, I'm going to have you start. Aren't you lucky you stood right here? So just come up, say your name and your business, kind of a quick elevator pitch, right? And we'll just go down the line and then you can take your seat and we'll capture all of this on video for you too. All right. Should I come up? You should. Okay. Come right here and speak into this beautiful crowd.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Camille Humbles. I work with American Family Insurance. My dad is the lead insurance agent, and my sister has a salon in the same building that we do, so it's literally a family affair. And I came to Top Floor a while ago, and I thought I needed to get back into it. So thank you.
I'm Katie Stallhut with Stage 1 Dance Academy. We just started season 65 on Monday, which is really exciting. So we serve 15 months through adults. Our oldest is 103. And if you're looking for a dancer tumbling home, we'd love to serve you and your family.
Hi, everyone. My name is Stacy Phelps, and I represent the Baxter YMCA. I'm a volunteer at Baxter on their board, and my role here is just to tell you about all the wonderful things that Baxter's doing in the community. Would love to share anytime. Professionally, I work for John Deere in our license management team, so I'm happy to share with you about that too. But thank you, and I'll pass it on to.
Good morning. I am Amanda Sparks, and I am with Allies Incorporated. We are an anti-trafficking organization, and our mission is to empower youth survivors of trafficking through mentorship. So if anybody's interested in mentoring, we've got a spot for you, and through community support.
Hi, I'm Angela Johnson. I'm an executive assistant to Linda Minix with RX Healing. I've only been with her a month, but I've learned a lot, and we are doing some really cool things. But I will let her share that.
Hello, I'm Sherry Sullivan with First Community Mortgage, and I'm also co-owner of Something Sassy Events, which I just started with Katie Stallhut.
Good morning. I'm Linda Minix, and I'm with RX Healing. And our company has shifted a little bit over the last month. We've changed our name from RX Wound to RX Healing, and that is because we have incorporated a lot of different areas of healing for seniors, mainly remote patient monitoring. We've branched off into that, along with the grafting for hard-to-heal wounds, and there are a couple other areas. So we're trying to take in the whole picture of whatever we can do to facilitate healing in the lives mainly of our senior community.
Hi, my name is Brenda Barnes, and I'm Linda's sister, and I'm here visiting from Maryland.
I'm Pat King with King for Wellness, and primarily what I do is I help women who want to have more energy or be less stressed or get control of those wacky hormones and just feel better every day. So for Health with Zing, call Pat King.
Good morning. I'm Liz Shutley with Ridgeline General Contractors, and we handle any type of property loss to commercial and residential properties that may occur, and we work in Central Indiana.
Good morning. I'm Sonia Ware McGuire, and I'm the CEO at Girls Inc. of Johnson County, and our mission is inspiring all girls to be strong, smart, and bold, meaning healthy, educated, and independent. So we serve girls actually ages 5 to 26 through our after-school summer camp and our outreach program partners. One of our partners, Allies, as well. We've worked with Allies. And this is our 85th anniversary this year, so we've been serving girls since 1940 and providing programs for generations of girls in some households. And we're always looking for really strong women like yourselves, too, that could come in and be trained to be a facilitator for us to actually facilitate some of our evidence research-based curriculum designed specifically for girls. So if you're interested in that, please let me know.
Good morning. I'm Anna Koczkowski. I'm Development Officer for Clarity of Indiana. We're a nonprofit organization covering 8 counties, and we have clinics in those counties. We give for unplanned pregnancy, we give hope, help, and healing for unplanned pregnancy, free services, ultrasound, STI testings, and also we give coaching for sexual assault and mental health traumas. We go to schools as well, and we give life skills, teaching life skills for kids at schools. So, and also we are open for volunteers at our different clinics. So we feel welcome to visit our Greenwood Clinic here at Polk Place. Thank you.
Great. Good morning, everybody. Harumi Anderson for your health, wellness, and wealth. This is a really East meets West. It's a holistic way of staying healthy and staying wealthy as well for your energy and for your eye care and gut health. Just talk to me, Harumi. Thank you.
Good morning, it's Karen with Oasis TMS. We are a treatment for depression, anxiety, and OCD. We are not a medication. It is over 70% response rate. It is covered on insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid. You don't need a prescription. You don't need any physician referral. You can call, anybody can call. We can get you in, get you treated, and I promise you, you will absolutely feel better with this treatment. So Oasis TMS down here in Greenwood and up in North Indy. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Mary Blake, and I'm with Perry Township's Education Foundation. I'm the executive director and only employee. We do everything. We support Perry Township schools with scholarships, grants, funding. Over last year, we gave out over $100,000. So if you're looking for something to support or volunteer with, let me know.
Good morning, my name is Master Rose Myers. I am the owner and master instructor of Pilsung ATA Martial Arts. We specialize in building stronger, more confident leaders for the future. We use self-defense, physical fitness to drive our true passion and purpose, which is life skills. We also offer a very cathartic release for our adults in that we yell, hit things, and break things every single class. So if you're looking for a nice stress relief and a little bit of friendly encouragement, come see us.
Good morning, I'm Bailey Wolf. I own Wolf Wanderlust. I'm a local Greenwood, Indiana travel agency. I specialize in European travel, all-inclusives, and cruises. I offer in-person appointments and 24/7 support while you travel.
Hello, I'm Julie Knudsen. I'm a writer and editor, and I do work with nonprofits and businesses to help them communicate well and to tell their stories. Recently gotten my LLC just in the last week. So my business will be called Right on Track, WRITE on Track. Thanks.
Good morning, I'm Valerie Railing with Spherion Staffing. We work with a wide variety of industries, hiring for companies for temporary or direct hire.
Hello, I'm Joyce Brown. Everybody probably knows me as Melanie's mom. I just come to these meetings to learn all I can and to support Melanie and Katie. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Anuja Sapkota. I work at PNC. I'm the assistant branch manager, the branch at Madison in Maine. For anything financial, for your financial wellness, we are a business banking center, so we specialize in businesses. It doesn't mean that we are not open for everything else. We are. But for any of your business needs, I'm also the on-site champion, so I can also come to your businesses, help your employees if they're willing to have any presentation or workshop on financial wellness, or if they want to open accounts on site, I can also come to your businesses and do that. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Clara Stanley. I'm a financial professional and working with New York Life Company. I help people retire in confidence and peace. I'm very sorry to share this one. One of my 84-year-old friend killed himself. So that embarked my passionate journey to checking everybody I know about long-term care. So this financial planning in place, especially under current retirement system, is so important that we need to have, you deserve to have the best plan that you don't worry about your retirement income and also your money you never outlive your money. So please come to me, talk to me, and I'm a very passionate in helping people, and also I'm a very mastering of networking opportunity for South Port Rotary, which reaches to 36,000 Chin people. So please come to me if you want to expand your network opportunity, also be part of this exciting community. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kristen Loy. I am the marketing manager with Firestorm Restoration. We are a locally owned full-service restoration company down in Franklin. We service commercial and residential. So if you ever find yourself in need, anything from your roof all the way down to your crawl space, please call for a free estimate or free quote. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Autumn Ravel. My husband and I own Best Price Flooring. We have a full showroom as well as a full in-house install team that my husband runs. So we've been open for 17 years now. We're right around the corner from Perry Meridian High School. So come see us if you need flooring. Cool.
I am Lacey Holstein. I'm with AccuPay. AccuPay is a locally owned payroll provider here in Johnson County. I've been servicing the area for over 30 years. We offer everything from hire to fire for your employees, and we mainly service employers from 1 to 200 employees.
I'm Kimberly Kerr. I sit in the most glamorous industry. I'm in insurance. I help full service from personal lines, commercial lines to benefits, but I focus more on the health benefits. So if your employer is over their health insurance, which I'm sure they probably are, you should email me. So.
All right. Hello, my name is Annette Bentley. I'm a senior lifestyle specialist at Rosegate Commons. We have independent senior living, assisted living, and then next door is the long-term care. So I assist people in their graduating through life.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Rhonda Metzger. I am the Director of Sales at the Residence Inn at County Line and 65. Literally everyone in here knows somebody, whether that be themselves or someone else that could use our services, whether that's a builder that can't get somebody into their home right away and they need an interim place to stay. We have a beautiful meeting space for parties, rehearsal dinners, et cetera, wedding blocks, anything like that.
Hi, I'm Megan Yagi. I own a beautiful historic boutique event space in Old Town Greenwood. They're on the corner of Madison and Main, called Grafton Peak Social Hall. We do, every kind of event up to 160 people. So personal events, weddings, showers, graduations, parties, all of that good stuff. But also it's a great time to start thinking about your corporate holiday parties, things like that. So if you need a space, please come see me.
Good morning. My name is Amy Borelli. I own Teal Canary Art Studio, tucked in the heart of Old Town Greenwood. I've been there 12 years. So if you can think of anybody that would need private art lessons or art parties or a little tiny quaint space to rent for a small party, it's right on Madison Avenue, right behind the flower market.
Good morning. I'm Becca Goldsberry with Southwestern Consulting. So I help companies and professionals make money, be less stressed, and stay a little more organized than what you might already currently be. So what we do is we do one-on-one coaching, and then we do corporate trainings, whether it's webinar series or 1 hour, 2 hour, or half day or full day trainings. So if you need anything and want to grow your business, come find me. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Michelle Tyring. I'm a full-time certified GI endoscopy registered nurse. On the side, I'm doing some health coaching with a company, Optavia, and I'm also working on being a certified yoga nurse, so wholeness, health.
Hi, I'm Amanda Davis. I'm a financial advisor with Thrivent. And my main goal as a financial advisor, I work holistically, so you don't have to have a certain amount of money to talk to me. But I'm here for the people that I've heard so many people say, gosh, I wish somebody would have told me about that sooner. And so just the education, and so we can help kind of get people on track sooner than later. And then Thrivent is a not-for-profit company as well, which is a little bit different. And so I get to also give back to the community and help my clients do the same.
Hi, I'm Rachel Bush. I'm Chief Digital Strategist with Panda Rose. We do full service tech needs for small, medium, large businesses. So if you need anything from your digital marketing needs, software development, websites, we do it all. So come talk to me. Thanks.
Can I launch into my...
And our coffee sponsor, yes.
I did that on purpose.
Autism Community Connection, and so thank you for your coffee and your
Of course.
treat. So if you need a treat or some coffee, go grab some.
Good morning. My name is Angie LeBlanc. I'm the Impact Raising Director for Autism Community Connection. The slide's been up for a while, so you've seen the mission statement that I put into a grant proposal. When I explain to people what we do, it's basically we provide social, vocational, and life skills training for teens and young adults to help them thrive in a world that is primarily set up for neurotypical people. So we're taking them and giving them a safe and welcoming space where they can be themselves and grow. So here's where I'm going to ask for a little bit of patience from you. I want to share a story with you. I don't have a clicker, and I don't know if I'm supposed to. So thank you so much. I learned a story this summer that really touched me, and I was like, I have to share this story. But some of you are going to relate to this. When a story brings me a lot of joy, I cry. And so please don't think less of me if I get a little weepy. I got the opportunity to connect with this family, and I was really, really very moved by their story. I'm crying just talking about it. So my plan was to not look at the screen, and then when I see pictures of this kiddo, it wouldn't happen, but there's a mirror back there. So I'm going to get through this. So this is Tyler. Tyler, in addition to his autism, has some other disabilities. Now, we work with people at any stage of their autism journey, regardless if they need a little bit of support or a lot of support. We are really committed to meeting people where they are in that journey. Tyler needs a lot of support. Tyler has spent a lot of his young life, here come the tears, in doctor's offices and therapy and just trying to manage his disabilities. So he has missed a lot of opportunities that everyone in this room or your kids or your loved ones get to do that we have done. One of those things is summer camp. Who cares, right? It's just summer camp, except this was something Tyler really wanted to do, and his parents were not able to find a program that would take him in. Luckily, someone told his mom about us, because we do have a small summer camp experience. Right now it's 3 weeks, but for 3 weeks, look at that smile. Tyler got to come and pet horses and dogs, and he loves animals, and make friends and do all the things that we all have these really fond memories of from our childhood. So this is what makes me weep, is the joy that this kid felt and how he would go home every day and tell his mom, we did this, and I met this person, and I said this, and they said, and just the stories. You guys have kids, you know how this goes. So I'm super proud that I get to be a part of an organization that provides these experiences and makes this possible for people with autism and their families. And we do work with the whole family. So why am I up here talking to you right now? Because I've only just joined this group, but this is a really fun group. It's really full of a lot of very charming, wonderful women. I'm super excited to be here. And we have a really fun event coming up that I wanted to tell you about, and that is our annual trivia night. And on your tables, you should all, if I did my job correctly, have a little quarter sheet on our trivia night with the QR code. And I know we need to get to our fabulous speaker, so I'm not going to take up too much time telling you all the ins and outs, but the details are there. It's team trivia. We do a lot of raffles and wine grab and goes and little games in between the rounds. There is also a dinner, and it is this year open to 18 and up. You can't do the wine grab and go if you're under 21. So if anyone's trying to sneak in on that. But you'll find the information there to register your team, get a table. If you're interested in sponsoring, this is a really good way to connect with our community and have your brand associated with this really great cause. So I'm available to talk to if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. But like I said, if you scan that QR code, that'll take you to our website. And or if you just want to throw a little bit of money at us. I know this is like a cliche, but I know there's some other nonprofit folks here, and they'll back me up. Every dollar counts, and we are grateful for every penny that we're given from the community. So that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really looking forward to our speaker.
I'm Jill Howell, for any of you who have not met me before. Today we're talking about expanding our nervous system capacity. So all of you are leaders. You wouldn't be in this room if you weren't a leader. But you're all human. You're all human, which means you have human emotions. And a lot of us carry a lot of shame for the human emotions that we have. And so I want to help you to step into expanding your capacity today to move through emotions with a little bit more ease so that you can do the things that you're passionate about and love and live more light, open, and free. I've tried to narrow in my title because you can call me a lot of different things because of the work that I do. I'm an emotional resilience coach, a somatic healing practitioner, and a nervous system educator. That's kind of what I've narrowed it into. But really, I'm all about feminine embodiment and helping women to heal through their mind-body connection. So neurosomatic approach is what I take to healing. I became a coach about 4.5 years ago because of my own journey, which I'll explain in just a second. But yeah, I help women to repattern their nervous systems all of our nervous systems are wired with an automatic stress response based on the conditioning of our past. Everything that's happened in the past has led us to where we are today, right? So all of the fear that we feel is because of the experiences of the past. So I'm helping women to rewire their subconscious brain, to move through emotions more confidently. I want women to actually feel like they are their own self-coach. I don't want them to need coaches and therapists, like long-term, or to feel like they can't do it themselves. Basically, I want to empower and equip women to feel like they have everything they need within them, because I really believe that we do. I believe that our bodies are meant to heal naturally, and they have that ability to, but we block a lot of it. Anyways, I'm all about equipping women with emotional resilience. And I'm also a photographer. So you'll see on there, I actually am a multi-passionate entrepreneur. Oh, wrong way. Yep, that's gonna happen. This is backwards, Joe. My brain says left should be going backwards and right should be going forwards. Okay, keep my butt. There we go. So I started as a teacher. I was an elementary school teacher and a special ed teacher, and then I stayed home with my daughter and homeschooled. So I've lived like 3 different career paths so far, and that's where the multi-passionate part comes out. As I was staying at home, I ended up taking a photography class, and I really loved it. Facebook had just started. I threw photos online of my daughter, and people were like, I'll hire to pay you, like I'll pay you, take some photos for me. And I'm like, okay. It was literally the most tangible gift. I felt like God was just like, here you go, Jill. Just started this little business for you that you never knew you wanted. So I've been a photographer, a lifestyle photographer, so I'm about capturing emotions for 16 years, and then started my somatic coaching business. And I named my photography business Rain Dancer Studios based on the quote, life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain. That was birthed during a season of really difficult times for me. very traumatic experiences I was going through, and it was a breath of fresh air for me. Yeah, so that's why I named it that. And then when I started my coaching business, I was like, I need to stick with the theme. So I went with dancing in the mess, because I believe that we are all created to dance in the mess of our humanity. And there's a little picture of my sweet little blended family. Okay, yep, there we go. Nope. Okay, golly, there we go. Okay, so I have a huge list of certifications and trainings. But the biggest ones that I'll point out to you today are that I'm certified in somatic parts work and IFS therapy. If you've never heard of it, it stands for internal family systems. And some counselors actually and therapists use this technique, but it's all about honoring all of the parts of us, meaning we don't have any bad parts. All of the parts that you don't like about yourself, those are parts that are actually waiting for you to lovingly embrace them. So I'm helping women to actually learn how to embrace all of the parts that they don't like, all of the parts of themselves that they avoid. That's really what I'm doing. I'm certified in EFT tapping as a practitioner. I'm an NLP, neuro-linguistic programming practitioner. So this is coming at things from a brain perspective, a subconscious perspective of like changing and transforming how we behave through both brain and language. Inner child healing practitioner, emotional intelligence life coach. As you can tell, I'm a teacher who likes to learn. I'm an active learner, guided meditation facilitator, and crystal bowl sound bath practitioner. And then I have tons of other trainings in somatic stress release, polyvagal theory, nervous system regulation. My newest one that I'm really excited about is fascial release, with energetic and emotional healing intertwined and incorporating IFS work that I'm really passionate about. Breath work, movement, embodiment, self-compassion, visualization, brain retraining, play therapy, art therapy, laughter therapy. And I'll still continue adding to that list, because I believe that healing should be integrative, mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit. So that's a little bit about me. Okay, my comeback story. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. As short and sweet as I can. My life has been filled with trauma since the day I was born, to be very honest with you. I'm not going to dig into all of that today, but I started abandoned by my dad as a baby. So abandoned, feeling unworthy, led me to hiding and suppressing emotions, because nobody in my family could actually handle real, authentic emotions, which led me down a path of self-protection and self-doubt. I had some verbal, emotional, and physical abuse happening that was being dismissed to me growing up. Led me into overachieving and perfectionism to try and fit in and to be accepted. Anybody else relate? And then it led me down a path in college of feeling more voiceless and allowing myself to be in situations that led to sexual abuse, actually. And that's where I started talk therapy in college. Then it led me to a marriage of feeling disrespected, taken advantage of. So here's me. This is me in a nutshell. This was about a lot of my life. Angry inside, not showing anybody it though, holding it all inside, self-disgusted, confused, lost, and it led me to 10 years later, after getting married, divorced. And I felt both ashamed yet empowered through it. Wrong way. Okay. So I did 20 years of talk therapy, you guys. And my story is all about, not about bashing talk therapists, because talk therapists really helped me to survive in the midst of it. But what I learned is that my nervous system was sensitive from the very beginning. Honestly, my mom was in the midst of separation, divorce from my dad when I was inside of her. Can you imagine, like, on a cellular level, the dysregulation that my nervous system was experiencing? Maybe some of you can relate to that. And you go into the world, and then you don't have a compassionate presence or somebody who can actually coach you and show you how to move through emotions, and instead you have to bottle it all up and hold it inside. Not sure if any of you, how many of you would admit that you are somebody who kind of bottles and holds emotions in? I have 40 years of doing that under my belt, so I'm a pro at it, okay? So there's no shame in being human. So I got remarried though, and I was hopeful and scared, and about 5 years into that marriage, one of my bonus daughters completely rejected my husband, myself, and my daughter. And The pain, the grief, the rejection, all triggered a lot of my trauma from the past. The volatile energy and the way that she was treating people in our home too reminded me of how I was treated growing up. It just triggered so much inside of me. And the pain was stuck right here in my neck. And that's a picture of me with ice. I was on the beach and I had ice. I tried everything to get rid of the pain. That was my goal. Get rid of the pain. Physical therapy, chiropractor, acupuncture, dry needling, massage therapy, cupping, all the things. And guess what? None of it would get rid of it. It would give me short-term relief. I need water. My mouth is very dry. But it just wasn't enough for me. And so this is when I kind of put my fork in the sand moment. It actually was the second time I got kind of to the ends of myself where I honestly wanted to die. Like I was at that hopeless despair point of like, I'm not going to take my life, but God, if you could strike me dead, that'd be great. Like, let's just be done because humaning sucks and I don't want to do it anymore. That's really where I was at. And then it was like, do I stay in my marriage? Do I not? Like, it was just so much. But what I learned is that sensitive nervous systems, and if you're empathic, if you're a sensitive woman who feels a lot, who experiences a lot, holds a lot, not only of your own emotion and energy, but of others. That was me. That is me. Your body actually keeps the score. Your body holds it. And so we can't just do a cognitive talk therapy approach when you have a sensitive nervous system. You have to guide and show your body back to feeling safe in the world again. And when you have a lot of things that have happened in chronic stress that have continually put your nervous system, meaning brain and body, in connection with each other, that's what the nervous system is. When you put your body through all that, or your body has gone through that, you didn't put it through that, but it's gone through that, you get to a point where your body is holding all of the alarm. I couldn't think my way to peace. I literally tried 20 years of talk therapy, going from therapist to therapist, trying all these different approaches. But my body was inside screaming, nah, that doesn't feel right. You can try to tell me it is, but my body's like, nuh-uh, I'm not on board. And so if there's not harmony between your brain and your body, you stay stuck. No matter how little or big it is, you stay stuck. Okay? So it's like if you want to move and up level in your career, if you want to not be somebody who's lashing out at your kids all the time, right? If you want to move and change and transform your life in any way, it's all based on the conditioning of what has happened in the past and the fear and your own automatic stress response that's happening, that's been built and developed and cultivated over many, many years. So I'm all about breaking that pattern and creating new patterns and retraining your brain and your body connectively. So I started, when I learned this for myself, it was like an aha moment, and it led me down a path of self-acceptance, emotional regulation, and now I feel light and liberated. I'm not perfect, I still struggle, but I know how to move through the emotions with more ease and with more confidence. And I love that one of my clients actually said to me one time, she's like, you helped me find me underneath the mess. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it just gives me chills when she said that and just thinking of her saying it, because that's what I did for me too. Like, that's what my last 5 years have been a journey of. Okay. I swear. It skipped. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but basically I've come up with 6 key elements to cultivate emotional resilience, okay? Emotional resilience being the ability to adapt, recover, and grow through your life challenges. So here's kind of what I am and what I do. Self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-expression is one of my key elements that I am equipping women to do. Using your voice, but also being aware of not just your thoughts. A lot of us can be aware of our thoughts and we actually get stuck in thought loops. The key part is being aware actually of your body's sensations and what your body is holding and actually listening to your body. I really help women to listen to their bodies, honor their bodies, respect themselves, and restore that emotional safety within themselves. The second key element is somatic self-regulation. You have to know how to actually create nervous system regulation and to emotionally regulate when you're going into fight or flight or freeze, right? You have to be able to master that skill, and it is a skill. I want you to think of it like riding a unicycle. How many of you know how to ride a unicycle? Okay. You would be pretty clunky if you started riding a unicycle, right? It would be awkward. Like, think about what you would do if you wanted to hop on a unicycle right now. If I said bicycle, everybody knows how to ride a bike, right? You have to actually practice and learn new skills and create a new roadmap for your brain and body to follow. That's what it's like. Doing this work is as simple as that. I hate that the healing world oftentimes feels heavy and hard. That's what talk therapy felt for me. Not always, sometimes it felt better, but oftentimes, and when I got to the point where I was done with cognitive talk therapy after 20 years of it, I felt like I was puking onto the table, and then I would pick up the puke and I'd walk right back out the door with it and I'd be like, it still smells like poop. Like, it smells nasty and I still don't know what to do with it. Like, I talked about it. I had somebody like hold presents for it, but I still wasn't being taught skills. And so in order to move forward in your life through fear, through shame, through guilt, through anger, through grief, you have to have skills. And so if we look at it from that approach, healing doesn't have to feel hard and heavy. And I'm going to jump over to the corrective embodied experiences in the right-hand corner, and you're welcome to take any pictures of screens as we go if you want. I like to enter play and art and movement into healing so that it feels lighter. I like to create corrective embodied experiences. For example, my inner child this last weekend, my birthday is on my family reunion weekend every year. Little me had years where nobody said happy birthday. Nobody acknowledged her birthday. Little me went through birthdays hating birthdays because everything was more important than what I felt like. It was like, you know, every little kid wants a gift or a cake or something, right? So I create new embodied experiences. I didn't go to my reunion. I didn't go to my family reunion this year. I went to the beach because that's what I asked the little part of me inside. What do you want to do? And every year it's different. Last year she wanted to go flower picking. And I create a new corrective embodied experience for that wounded, vulnerable part of me to actually move towards feeling loved. I create experiences for her to feel loved. And that is the power that we have within us. We can create new experiences, and we can use these somatic regulation skills, these emotions. And has anybody ever heard of the word somatic? I guess I should explain what that is. A few of you. Somatic comes from the Greek word soma, which means body. So everything that I'm doing from the healing approach is body-centered first. And the body informs the brain faster. There's actually like evidence that, and I'll tell you that in a second, but there's evidence that the body actually can inform the brain much faster than the brain informing the body of information. So what I do with that IFS work and what I was just telling you about my little inner child wounding part is core root emotional resolution. I'm creating resolution for the wounded parts that didn't have the resolution. You know when your brain is stuck on a thought loop and you're just kind of going in circles over and over and over again? It's because there's a part of you that feels stuck and needs help from you to actually move forward. And so we're reprocessing self-protection patterns and creating safety for your protector parts. We're expanding capacity for fear and discomfort. Okay, this is where it gets real. How many of you have a goal or have something that you want to improve on that you just kind of feel stuck with? Raise your hand. We all do, right? If you're human, you probably should have something that you're working towards. If you're in this room, I think you have something you're working towards. We have to be able to embrace all of those messy emotions and not suppress them, push them down, run from them, avoid them, and hide. We have to be able to actually create new neural pathways that allow us to be present with the emotions and not feel overwhelmed by them. It is possible. It is very possible. I'm living proof of it because literally in 2020, I wanted to die. And I feel really light and liberated now. And people who have seen me 5 years ago, me to today, they're like, you're so much lighter. Like, I can feel your energy. And I'm like, thank you. Like, it's the best compliment I could get. And then the last piece, the co-regulation and support. Sometimes you have to have somebody else come alongside of you to do that. Being in a room like this, being in rooms with safe people where you can be free to be yourself matters, but hiring a coach can help take you further faster. Okay, this is why I take a somatic approach, the vagus nerve. So how many of you have heard of the vagus nerve? Okay, there's more people. Thank God for social media, because honestly, emotional skills, emotional healing skills, and emotional regulation and emotional health is becoming more at the forefront. Your body keeps the score. So the vagus nerve runs, for those of you who don't know, from your brain all the way down into your gut. It's the 10th cranial nerve. It intervenes with like all of your organs. And so 80% of the information on that communication highway between brain and body goes up from the body to the brain. Only 20% goes down. It's why cognitive talk therapy was not enough for me. And it made me feel a whole lot less shame for being human when I started learning and understanding that this is how the nervous system works. So I take a somatic approach at the bottom layer first, which is body sensations and working with that stored felt sense of safety or danger. Because that vagus nerve is sending information of danger and threat to your brain. Okay, that's exactly what it's doing. Every time you feel a inside of you, it's like your body is actually telling your brain that. So if you just try to think, oh, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. I have a shirt that says that. It's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. I wear it when I want to laugh about it, because actually it's like, you can't think your way to your body feeling safe. It just doesn't work. Maybe unless you're like not very stressed, then it might work, but if you're really stressed, it doesn't work. Then we move up to the emotional level and then into the mental level. So it goes from a bottom-up approach. We need both, but we definitely need to go from the bottom up in order to feel safe. So I'm going to read this quote. Trauma is not defined by the event, but it's by its impact on your nervous system, sense of safety, and ability to live fully in the present. So healing happens in the present moment. And so everything that I do is about guiding our bodies back into the present moment. And so I want you to think about, you have emotion wheels on your tables. There might not be enough because we have actually a lot more people than we thought we were going to have, which is amazing. But what you resist persists. So I want you to think about, what emotions do you actually avoid feeling? What do you resist? Because bypassing emotion equals body dysfunction. Your body, and you can see this as a body map of stored emotions. Your body holds stored emotion, and it will come out in dysfunction. Like, it will come out in, headaches, chronic headaches, stomach aches, digestion dysfunction, sleep dysfunction, anxiety, shallow breath, heart racing, autoimmune disorders. Chronic illness, that's what it is. It is the root of a dysregulated nervous system, and having your whole nervous system being stuck in a chronic state of fight, flight, and freeze. So, hold on, this is really jacked up. I did not get to this, and I really want to. How many of you have heard of fight, flight, and freeze? How many of you have heard of fawn? Only a couple people. This is where this is kind of this hybrid between that green regulated state and the red shutdown state at the top. So I want you to think of fawning is like people pleasing. So I work with a lot of women actually who aren't just stuck in anxiety and depression. Like, I work with the women who are actually dismissing themselves to serve everybody else and do everything for everyone else, and they feel burnout and overwhelmed. I work with the women who are people-pleasing and perfectionists too, and who are struggling to actually break through the mental loops that they're holding. But look at this little graph, and I want you to think of a stoplight. So green is like we're moving in a flow state. Yellow is that fight or flight state, and red is like the stop, you stop, right? And that's your freeze and shutdown state. This is your human body's nervous system stress response. All of us go through it. The goal is to have a flexible nervous system where we're going up and down through those states every day. We all experience it, so we don't have to feel shame for being in fight or flight, and we don't have to feel shame for being in freeze. Oftentimes freeze can lead to, disconnection, numbing out, scrolling on your phone endlessly, depression, feeling hopeless. And there's definitely a spectrum of all of these experiences. But when your body is in anxiety, in that fight or flight energy for too long, doesn't it make sense that your body's going to get overwhelmed and exhausted? And it's going to shut down because it's depleted, because every organ inside of your body is actually working double time to deal with the cortisol, the stress hormones that are running rampant inside of your body in that fight or flight energy. So we don't have to feel shame for it. It makes perfect sense. Our bodies are just communicating to us that they're overmaxed. They're maxed out, they're over capacity, and they need something from us to move through it with more ease. So, okay, what I'm noticing is that this skips. Okay. Wow, it's like not working in the right order. I keep having to go left and right, Joe. That's okay. He'll know for later. So if you look in your paper too, I have this sheet, survival state versus an empowered state. I've kind of listed out all of the ways that we as humans move into a survival stress response and what is happening in the inside of us, what we're experiencing. So I want to invite you to actually take a look at that list and see, like, how many of these things are you experiencing? And we don't have to feel guilt or shame for it. We can neutrally observe and have some self-awareness in this moment that our bodies are just indicating to us that we are resorting into self-protection because something doesn't feel safe. It's as simple as that, okay? And so I want to help you to move forward into that empowered and liberated state. Who wants to live in that empowered, liberated state? How many of you want to live there? How many of you prefer that over the survival state, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I want to take you through a little bit of a guided practice here. So I'm going to invite you to play full out, meaning to engage fully if you want to get something out of this experience, okay? But everything is an invitation. So if it doesn't feel good to you, you don't have to do it, okay? I give you full permission to say no if your body says, nope, I don't want to do this, okay? But I just want to invite you to step into it and be open-minded here. Hold on, my little speaker turned off. So I'm going to invite you to kind of get a little cozy in your spot. And I'm just going to actually show you a little bit about what I do. And I'm going to teach you some skills today. So I'm going to teach you a vagus nerve reset that actually stimulates the vagus nerve for us. It's very simple. So I'm teaching this is like a neurosomatic practice. So I want you to take your hand gently and just hold your head to the side. We're not pulling, very gently, softening your shoulder, and have your eyes go up at a 45-degree angle up to the right. So if your head's going to the left, your eyes are going to the right, or vice versa. And I just want you to take a breath here. And you're going to feel a sigh or a yawn or some sort of somatic release that actually communicates that your body is starting to receive that information on the vagus nerve highway from your body up to your brain. You might feel more saliva in your mouth, you might feel digestion gurgles, and when you're ready and you feel that release, you can go ahead and do the opposite side at your own pace, whichever feels good. This is just a very standard, traditional vagus nerve reset that just communicates to our body it's safe to ease. We're turning off the threat signals here that our bodies are experiencing. This is a really good stress interrupter. Beautiful. I'm going to invite you to actually do a really small, discrete. I'm going to teach you a discrete technique that I teach my clients, that when they're in public, if they're feeling really alarmed and that fight or flight energy starts coming on, or you feel like shutting down and wanting to run and hide, I want you to go ahead and take your fingers, and you're just going to start squeezing real gently. We're going to do one finger at a time. You're just going to hold. I'm all about using acupressure points in teaching how to move through stress. So take a nice cleansing breath while you're holding. Closing your eyes down so that your occipital muscles of your eyes can have a relaxing moment here. They work so hard searching for danger constantly. And going to your next finger, I want you just to feel the sensations in your body. Nothing else matters right here and right now. Just feeling the sensations of you holding your finger and just taking a breath. And go ahead and move to the next finger. And on your next breath, I want you to breathe in through your nose and slowly breathe out through your mouth, taking a longer exhale. Like you're blowing on hot soup or a cup of coffee. Going to the next finger, repeating that, taking that nice cleansing breath in, bringing more oxygen into your brain, into your body, creating safety here and now, allowing yourself to feel safe enough to pause, to take a sacred pause, and moving to your pinky. This is something you can do under the table. This is something you can do anywhere, and nobody even knows what you're doing. It's a beautiful way of resetting. Okay, I'm going to invite you to keep your eyes closed, and I'm going to take you through a guided somatic practice. I want you to think about something that feels really heavy. We're going to bring in something that's heavy, and we're going to bring in something that's light, so you don't have to feel alarmed that it's going to feel too much. I will make sure that it doesn't feel too overwhelming. But I want you to think about in your mind right now something that feels heavy or overwhelming to you right now. Something that causes your body to go into fight, flight, or freeze. And I want you to feel that. I want you to think about what it is. I want you to actually allow it to be here and accept it for just this moment. Accept that this is actually how you feel. Naming the emotion, letting it be here. And I want you to take in your left hand, just symbolically place your hands on your lap and open your left hand. And I want you to hold this heaviness in that left hand, just representing that it's allowed to be here, whether that's disgust or anger or shame or fear, judgment, inadequacy, disrespecting, feeling disrespected or insecurity inside of you. Holding that in your left hand, just hold it there, honoring it. And I want you to open up your right hand. And I want you to invite in a lighter experience, a moment when you have felt either calm or connected, playful, joyful, proud, loved, a moment where you felt respected, something good, a tangible resource for you to come back to. And hold that. We are beautiful humans with the capacity of holding both light and dark at the same time. So hold that and feel that inside of you. Notice where in your body do you hold the heaviness and where in your body do you hold the lightness? How do you know that it feels heavy and light on the inside of your body? What's the difference? Notice it. Be present with it. Feel it. And I want to invite you to bring your hands closer to each other to where they are touching. Letting the energy and the light of the right hand, of this resourced, lighter emotion, to come and connect with. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. To connect with your left hand. And notice how that feels. Notice how it feels to take your right hand and actually support, Shift your hands to support your left hand. Take that right hand and let it be support. Let it feel like a bubble wrap almost of holding and compassionately moving towards that heavier part of you that is holding the distress. Notice what it feels like for you. And let it feel good. Give yourself permission in this moment to feel held, to feel supported. And I want to move you into a little bit of a visualization. So keeping your eyes closed, I want you to see yourself at the top of a mountain. Can you see yourself? But I want you to see yourself as that empowered, liberated woman at the top of the building, or at the top of the mountain, not the scared survival version of yourself. I want you to see yourself standing in your power. Because a liberated woman embraces and it feels grateful to experience her power, her passion, and her purpose. She awakens feeling powerful, feeling like she's living on purpose and with passion. She lives feeling light and open and free. See, how does your body stand when you're feeling light, open, and free? And maybe that's new for you, but maybe you can visualize what might that look like. Maybe your hands are open, your arms are stretched open. And if that feels good for you, just inviting you to take your arms right now and just embody the posture of it. The liberated woman has her chest held high. She stands up, she sits taller. Her chin is up. She has her arms open. I want to create this vision for you. She stands rooted and grounded. Open your arms, open your hands in whatever way right now feels empowering to you, whether that be holding them outward down, whether that be holding them out to the side or up. She listens to her body. She cares. She genuinely cares about herself. She embodies her yes and her no's without guilt. She embraces fear with curiosity and compassion. She embraces the emotions that she most resists. She sets her mask down and she expresses herself authentically. She is seen, heard, and felt. She allows herself to take up space. The liberated woman respects herself. She laughs, she plays, she creates, she believes, she hopes, she moves freely. She is led by divine love. She invites the love of her Creator into her heart, and she lets that love overflow. She is a channel of love. She trusts that all things are working for her highest good. She magnifies the light within her and within others around her. She really raises the vibration of the world. And she dances in the messiness of her humanity, of being imperfect, being messy, and allowing herself permission to be a human who learns through mistakes, through failures, through struggle. She uses every moment as a growth opportunity. Feel that in your body. What does that feel like? To envision and feel and connect with that energy inside of you. Be with it for a moment. Allow it to be here. What would it look like for you to truly step into your power and live and feel that way? And to be able to come back to feeling that way with more ease on a regular basis. Just imagining that. I'm going to invite you to stand up with me. And one of the things that I'm known for is not only figuratively dancing in the mess, but tangibly and literally. Because I do believe that we are co-creators of energy, and we have to move our bodies to be able to actually invite and create new neural pathways in our brains to move towards what we want. So, stand with me. We're going to end this way. We're going to shake it out, ladies. The song's called Let's Go. You can start with me if it feels safer to just move around, shake it out. Get up on your heels, bob around. If you're not a dancer, just shake. But yes, thank you. Step into your power. Take your power back. Show your body it's safe to be light. Maybe twist and shout with me. Yeah. Take your arms up and stretch. I see a stretcher in the back. I love it. Stretch. Maybe get some snapping going. What part of your body have you not moved yet? Notice if you feel uncomfortable. Notice if this feels embarrassing to you and uncomfortable. It means there's room for growth, right? Look at somebody else and say, let's go. Let's go. Maybe clap. Take back what's yours. We were created, ladies, for more. We were meant for more. We were created to live an abundant life, and yet we block it unknowingly. We don't even mean to. So my mission for you today, my encouragement for you today is to step into your power by actually showing your body that it's okay to do that. Otherwise, we stay small. We stay in this cage of self-protection, and in our wounded, vulnerable parts, they need us. They need us to actually help them to feel safer, to step into discomfort. One tiny step at a time, that's the journey of dancing in the mess. One little step, feeling uncomfortable, embracing the discomfort, not the jump off the cliff mentality. That is not nervous system and trauma informed. Those are mindset coaches are just like, just do it, just jump off the cliff. And I'm like, sensitive trauma, that doesn't feel good for a lot of people. So it's okay to take little tiny steps. So thank you so much for letting me speak to you today. If you have any questions, you want to chat more, feel free to come on up.